Hello, I'm Eddie Rowe with Grady-White Boats. I work in the customer service department here at Grady-White, and we'd love to have you visit with us when you have time or in this area. We have a lot to show you here. We're very proud of our facility, and I think you'll see the value that goes into the Grady-Whites. Please take time to visit with us. Thank you.
My name is Dennis Legay. This is my wife, Barbara. We have a 2009 Tournament 205. That's a center console boat. Here for the tour today of the factory. I've often thought about just coming this and doing it myself, and this is a nice opportunity with the Grady-White Club. And pretty much I'd like to just see how the boats are made. You know, I've seen the on-web tour as it's explained, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I want to learn as much as I can about the Grady-White boat because I love riding on it, and it'll be nice to see it made in the factory, how it's made.
Hi, my name is Mark Schwartz. I'm here because I'm having a new 255 Freedom being built and hope to see it on the floor today. I'm here to learn a little bit more about Grady-White. This is actually the 4th Grady-White I've owned, and to see the quality that you put into my boat and others.
Every Grady-White dealer will foster a Grady-White club. We think it's very important, and it's really a great thing to do, getting owners together for fun, camaraderie. Also great for new boaters to mix in with experienced boaters. So if they've never had a great deal of time offshore, it's a great learning tool for new boaters and new offshore users. When Mr. Grady and Mr. White started the company, they looked for space, found an old warehouse, and made it a boat factory. So Eddie Smith bought the company, built this in '72. This was us. We progressed to this point in the mid-'80s, and then today, this is the way we are set up. This is the way we look. We're up front here. This is the newest area. This is where we do our fiberglass work. And I'm going to take you straight. We're going to go make one quick stop, and then I'm going to take you back there, and we'll start the construction process from here, and then work our way back through. Hey, that one was ready, water ready.
So you got the registration?
Yeah, we found that in South Carolina and bought it and brought it in just to have it on display.
Okay.
But she's ready to roll. Okay, so from here we're going to now move. We're going to take a walk pretty good ways all the way to the far end of the factory, and we're going to start get a look at the production process. We're going to look at raw materials first, and then we're going to go out and see them actually using those materials to construct the boat. Okay. Looks like the Navy lined up here. 36, 30, 33. Some is very lightweight, like you see here. Others come in a woven pattern, which offers more strength. You see, this is like a basket weave. So it all depends on where this glass will be laid. I mean, if it's a hull bottom, you want some heavy material. If you're working corners and areas that won't have high impact, maybe you could use a lighter weight. If this was still in the mold, you will see the gel coat is the first material onto the mold. The white gel coat is sprayed onto the mold surface. The part is built up after that. So here's a finished part, simply upside down. So we built it from the outside surface inward. But here's the liner itself, and you can see that the glass has already been applied, the laminate's been built up. She's just about ready to pull off the mold.
They have to be skilled, they got to be experienced.
These people know what they're doing. They have a great eye for detail. The challenge is to get each layer of glass tucked down into each crack and cranny smoothly without any voids between laminates, between layers. It's a very challenging job, but they do a great job. We have reduced floor traffic here in this department on this area by like almost 70%. Because now the overhead hoist does all the traveling. At one time our molds were being moved around quite a bit. Now they stay put in their own designated area. Once the job is done, once the part is built, we come and get it with the hoist and send it on its way through production. The gel coat has already been sprayed onto the mold. It's once it cured, and once it was given time to set up, then the layup, we call this the layup process. So again, a lot of labor, a lot of handwork, and their goal is to get this laminate down in there tight, without voids. But again, a lot of visitors are surprised with the amount of handwork. A lot of visitors will come in thinking that this is something like an automotive facility, like building a car, but it's really more like building a house than building a car. Here you get a good look at the rigging tubes that we install so that wiring, cables and such can move forward in the boat. Get a good look at some of the foam flotation in the hull itself. And this will be a dual console deck. This completed part will go right down into the hull, sit on the stringer system. So here you can see that the non-skid is part of the mold itself. The non-stiff skid surface is in the surface of the mold, comes off with the finished part, transfers to the finished part. She's 13 feet, I think 13.2 to be exact, beam. You have a playground out here, and now we're really into the assembly process. We're going to start, putting these pieces, putting the components on each individual deck liner, what have you, hull, and we're going to assemble. It's been quite a few additions to the product's accessory lineup. A lot of rigging. Those offices up there are, one's a meeting office, but we have a quality control lab up there as well. So that every shipment of resin comes in, the resin that we use to spray the mat with, all of that's tested before the truck unloads it. So we don't want to get anything in here that doesn't meet all the specs. The associates that hop on board the boats now, as we move from here to the end, these associates are really kind of doing a lot of carpentry work. They're into the boats, they're into the cabins, they're trimming out, they're putting doors on. A lot of handwork here also. This is, we're heading into our finishing area. And of course, this is where the boats get their final inspection. Here we add finishing features like the styling tape, logos and such. So we're all working together to continue to maintain our standards and our quality. All of our employees meet every Friday. Every Friday morning we have a plant update. Well, the entire factory gathers together. We'll discuss where we are in the marketplace many times. We'll discuss where we are quality-wise in our efforts to achieve, perfect quality. That's ultimately the goal. But we like to keep our crew, we all want to be traveling in the same direction. And Grady-White management is very, 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 very keen and very good about keeping us as a group informed of where we are and what our goals are.
Hi, I'm Dave Tusignot from Leland, North Carolina. Just having toured the Grady-White boat factory, I'm really impressed with the quality of the craftsmanship. And although I'm not currently a boat owner, I think if I ever wanted to buy a boat, I would buy a Grady-White.
My name is Jim Summey. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina area. Today was kind of a special day for me because I got to tour your factory. I was impressed not only by your employees and their conscientiousness, but the complexity of putting these boats together was fascinating to me. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of planning, a lot of good engineering to make this thing work.